Hey YouTube! It's time for another update video, and today is July 29th, 2014, and this is my week 7 post-op gastric bypass surgery update. And so this week I did pretty good. I lost 3 pounds, and that brings my total to 34.2, which still just blows my mind. It's only been 7 weeks, so I'm thrilled with those numbers. I also wanted to tell you guys some little interesting facts. So before my surgery, my BMI was 41. Today it is 35.7, which means I have dropped 5.3 points. I don't know what it is when it's a BMI, but anyways, I've dropped 5.3, which is great. And then also I have lost, as of today, 12.68% of my weight. So those are just some other numbers that are kind of interesting rather than just always focusing on the weight. So this week for my activity, I was probably the most active I have been in about 5 years, which is about the time I gained a lot of my weight. So this week I did my elliptical, the stationary bike. We went on a bike ride Saturday that lasted about an hour. Been doing some swimming and then been playing with some of my Wii games. That Biggest Loser Wii game will kick your butt. It is so hard. I don't know why, but it is really hard. And then I've also been playing around with the idea of maybe getting a gym membership. My husband is very faithful with going to the gym. He goes 4 days a week. He's just been really, really faithful with going, and I feel like I need something more than what I'm doing, but I'll tell you guys, the gym just really intimidates me. Like those people in the gym, they're scary. They're just so, they're just so healthy and they're so fit, and they just, they just make things look easy, and I'm just downright scared of them. So I don't know if I'm going to do that or if I'm just going to stay in my own home and do my stuff here. I don't know. So that's kind of something I've been throwing around. So really nothing super interesting has happened this week. I did want to show you guys some stuff that I've been eating and drinking, and just kind of give you some maybe ideas. So first I want to show you some books. This is a book that I read after my surgery. It is just basically about a woman who had gastric bypass, and she just kind of journals through it and tells you about how she was doing, and before the surgery, how she felt after the surgery. And then half of that book is recipes. So, and they have some really good recipes. They have a chocolate cake kind of thing that is sugar-free, and it is so good. So if you're craving chocolate, you can still have it and you can still be healthy. This is another book that I've been using, and this one just has recipes for people who have had weight loss surgeries. So sleeve, band, gastric bypass. And one thing I found that since I don't eat like I used to, and I don't get all this enjoyment out of food like I used to, I find that I really enjoy cooking. And I mean like good meals and like gourmet meals and making it all pretty and making the table all crazy. It's just my husband and I. I mean, there's really no point in me doing that. But still, it's like it's another way of me enjoying my food in a way that I'm not actually consuming it. So anyways, alright, so this next thing I really love. This is my water bottle. And that's strawberries in this little diffuser thing. And so it flavors your water to whatever you want. So you can do cucumbers, you can do mint, you can mix and match. But the reason I really like this water bottle, and I actually wish I had this before I had my surgery. My doctor, when I had surgery, he told me he didn't want me drinking out of straws, because when we drink out of straws, when we start sucking on the straw, we get a lot of air, and then we generally take a bigger gulp than we should. So on this bottle, I think you guys can see that, it's like a real thin nozzle. There's no straw. And so it only allows a little bit of water at a time. So it's perfect. And it kind of limits how much you're drinking so you're not overfilling your stomach. Okay, so this is another one I've been drinking. Diet Snapple Peach Tea. 10 calories, 1 gram of carbs. So it's a pretty good alternative. I just get tired of drinking the same thing over and over. So I've been drinking a lot of, whether it be cold tea or hot tea, and then just adding Truvia or whatever sweetener you like. Gatorade, low calorie. This one has 30 calories, 7 carbs, and 7 sugars. 7 grams of sugar. So it's an okay choice. Depending on your limit of sugar, everybody's limit is different. For dumping, you might want to be careful. I drink it, but generally it takes me all day to drink it. You know, I might have half of it in the morning, half of it later. So, all right, now this is my favorite stuff. This, I think I've talked to you guys about it. This is the Be Inspire protein shakes. So there's the chocolate one, and here's the vanilla one. Now, I order these online at a website called bariatriceating.com, and I'll put the link down below for you guys. They have so many things. They have the shakes is where I get them. The water bottle, that's where I got that. The book, the first book I showed you was on there. But they also have forums that you can join. They have recipes. They have all of this information for you for whether you've already had the surgery or you're about to have the surgery. They have protein bars that you can order. They have vitamins that you can order from there. And they are all gastric bypass, well, I guess weight loss surgery stuff. So, yeah. All right, so this is something else I order from them, and y'all might think this is gross. I like them, and they're really good protein. So this is pork rinds, and they're tiny, and what you do is you put 1/4 cup of them in a little brown bag. You put it in the microwave for like 2 minutes, and it pops them. And so for 1/4 cup, it is 130 calories, 4 grams of fat, less than 1 gram of carbs, 23 grams of protein. So good choice. I mean, you don't think that pork rinds are a good choice, but they actually are. Just read the labels, because I do have some that are not from this website. They have less protein, about the same amount of fat. So I mean, they're still a good choice. So this is something I tried for the very first time today. It didn't bother my stomach, and I'm happy because it's hard to get enough protein in. And it's beef jerky, and I actually really like beef jerky. So it's 1 gram of fat, 4 grams of carb, 4 sugars, and 18 grams of protein. So between the shakes, the beef jerky, a couple of other things, you're going to meet your protein quota in no time. So this is what I've generally been doing for lunch, is Lunchables, and this one has itty bitty crackers, cheese, and meat. 140 calories, 7 fat, 2 sugar, 9 grams of protein, 9 grams of carbs. So it's a good choice, you know. This actually is about 2 meals for me. I can't finish the whole thing. So generally I'll eat about half of it, save it for the next day, or save it for maybe later in the day when I get home. All right, let's see. So on to some snacky things, which I really don't snack a lot during the day. I have tried not to on purpose. I don't want to pick up the habit of just snacking. But I do have some snacks. So these are Gerber Graduates. They're cheese crackers. They're kind of like Goldfish, but a healthier version. There's nothing in here except for calories. I mean, that's honestly 60 calories for 20 crackers, but it's a good alternative. Same thing with these kind of things, these puffs. Now, right after surgery and when you get into the soft stage, pureed stage, those kind of things work really well because you put them in and they like practically dissolve in your mouth. The other thing that I really like are these, and there's a couple different flavors. They're like chips, little corn puffs. This one's cheddar, this one's veggie dip, so it tastes like vegetables. And they're good, and they're, again, nothing's in them besides calories. That's it. There's nothing in them. So, obviously, you know, if you're not meeting your protein and the nutrition that you need, you probably shouldn't eat those. They are carbs, so as, you know, a gastric bypass surgery person, you really do want to stay away from the carbs. You want to eat your proteins first, your vegetables, and then if you're still hungry or you've got room, then you can fill it with carbs if you want. But I really do try to stay away from carb stuff as much as possible. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm eating. I'm also eating sushi. I can eat about 2 little sushi rolls, or bites really, and that's a good source of protein. You get kind of everything. You got the carbs, you got, vegetables and everything, so that's a good choice. I basically can eat anything I want at this point, but I really do try to follow what my doctor has said and just stick to protein and limit the amount of carbs I have. I do find that I'm tending to want and gravitate towards vegetables and fruits more because they're much more easy to digest, whereas meat still tends to be pretty heavy in my stomach and hard to digest. But anyways, guys, that's what I'm doing. I hope you are all having a great week and continue to make good choices, and I'll talk with you next week. Bye.